Did I ask you to prepare these charts?
No,
Okay. You prepared them for your own notes, right?
I did because I thought it would be valuable to just look at it in a large scope
Then
over
later,
a period of time.
okay. Then later we went over the medical records, is that right?
Correct.
And we made those corrections.
Correct.
Okay. When I spoke to you and hired you on this case, what was the scope of the employment? What is it that you were supposed to address and look at in this case?
Opioid abuse, addiction, dependence, opioid withdrawal, treatment for opioid dependence, period.
Did you do anything with regard to any other issue in this case?
I did not.
You just addressed that particular issue, is that right?
Very specifically, period.
All right. Now, we talked about some of the mistakes in the records. For instance, we see that in April 20, your personal chart, we see that on April 20th, there was no use of Demerol, but it turns out it was the 21st there was use of Demerol, right?
Correct.
And then we had differing days and the like on your personal charts. Is that right? Is that right?
Characterization. Council introduced these into evidence.
Just a moment. Let's not have argument. Remember, the objection's overruled. You can finish your question, please.
Please rephrase.
The days that you had on your personal chart that was offered, all right, by the people, that
And it states that what occurred. Defense counsel introduced these charts.
The
People's
objection is
229,
the objection is sustained. You're going to have to refer to a particular exhibit, please.
People's 229, People's 228 that they were talking about, your personal charts, right?
Yes.
There were other days that were missing from those charts, and there were some days that were added from those charts, correct?
That's correct.
All right. And later we addressed all that, you and I, and we made those corrections. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Now, the medical records that have been introduced in this case, they are clear about the dates. These are clear medical records. They have the dates and the amounts. Is that right?
They have the dates, but I'm going to tell you the copy I got was relatively illegible with respect to dates.
Well, my question, though, is that...
They are all dated.
Yes, they're all dated. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you. We recross?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. May Dr. Waldman step down and leave subject to recall, Mr. Chernoff?
Yes, Judge. Thank you.
Mr. Waldman?
You wonder how he feels after all this. Dr. Waldman going toe-to-toe with prosecutor David Waldgrunt. I want to let you know we're going to continue our coverage. Sounds like they're heading to the lunch break. My colleagues Jane Velez Mitchell and Ryan Smith will be taking over. So this guy establishes, hey, Michael Jackson used Demerol. It was a very high amount, was dependent on it. How much will that matter in this case? Jane and Ryan take it over. Keep it right here.